Hey,
Welcome,
hi,
welcome to my podcast. How are you, Shomik?
I am doing great. Thank you so much having me in your podcast. How are you?
Good, good. I am good.
Great.
So let us start. Okay. So firstly, I just want you to introduce about yourself, right? And about your journey, how you have started and all. Yeah, you can go ahead.
Okay. Uh, just one thing. I am getting your echo.
Okay.
Is there any issue with the audio? I'm getting your sound.
Now is it fine?
It is fine, but I'm getting again the same thing with just spoke. It is coming. Probably with a some second lagging, it is coming. The same thing.
Yeah, you can continue. I will mute myself. You can continue.
Okay, sure. Uh, so I will start. I started my career in 2013. So I was I was more of an electrical graduate, like electrical engineering graduate, and then I shifted to IT. So I was in my first organization for a good 5 years, and then I switched. That was my first switch, and I was there in that organization for 3 years, and my second switch, which I am right now. So it's just 5 years I completed. So as far as the technical graph goes, so I started somewhere all uh, I think IT folks do somewhere in their life. So I started somewhere as a desktop engineer. So I got accustomed with all computer devices, hardware, basic troubleshooting. From there to I got a scope to work on the Wintel server administrator, and then from there I got a big exposure about the architecture, how things happen, and by then cloud was trending, so I got to learn cloud, Azure, a part of GCP, and then the physical hardware as well, like VMware, Nutanix, and then. Right now it's pretty much AI. So as an infra, I do not like I did not get much opportunity on the AI side, but some sort of automations and scripting and all, we all do some sort of take help from the AI. So it's booming, and I think it has great future in near future. So that's how my journey sum up so far. I'm looking forward to it, like having more technologies coming in and brush my skills. So that's all.
Okay, good to hear. So, we'll go to the next question basically. So, what made you choose technology as a career?
Okay, so I never thought of becoming an engineer. So when I was a kid, I wanted to be a doctor. Okay, so what happens? Like I thought of like I never took up taking engineering as I said. Then I I kind of the corporate job, the IT job that was booming then, like when I was studying my school and college. So my academics, so IT was pretty much booming back then. So then I had an interest that I may try my luck here, and then I ended up in IT career. So if you ask me if I had a plan or I had a dream about becoming an IT engineer, I never had that. But when I did pursue it, so I don't complain or regret. So it was a great journey so far, and I think I'm blessed to be a techie, I guess.
Okay. So, moving on to next question. So, looking back, what was the biggest turning point in your professional journey?
I was very happy when I first time replaced an SMPS from a CPU, I was I was happy when I could resolve some sort of very critical troubleshooting. Like I got appreciated by the customers, I got uh, reward and recognition. So I do not have any particular flashback of a moment, but uh, day and day, like day to day life, everything I'm grateful for. Like when I had my first switch, I kinda happy there. So when was my second switch, I was moving to my hometown. So living in a city for almost a decade, and then I was happily moving to my hometown. That was kind of a like moment for me. So everything that happen in day to day life, like I am grateful and I do count the small things rather looking for a very big and then only I would appreciate. I'm not a person like that. So I'm grateful for each and every small thing happened in my life. So I cannot probably answer this, but anything that taught me something new, anything that gave me challenges, anything that helped me to learn and unlearn and then relearn. So those all things were shaping me what I am today. So yeah,
Okay, good to hear that. So
yeah.
moving on to next question, what is one lesson from your early career that still guides you today?
Uh, I think one thing I want to tell and everybody can relate to it that maintain the integrity. So that's uh, a very basic ask, but again, that's huge, right? Do whatever, be true to yourself. So you can do mistakes and stuff like that, but be do maintain the integrity. Be truthful what you are doing, and there is no replacement of hard work. So if you think there is a shortcut, there are things, and many people talk about AI will replace many things, and even if you do a lot of things, so it might get replaced someday. But I just want to add that the hard work is the key thing that will take you to the miles, I guess. So that's one should be stick to it.
Okay, good to hear that. So we'll move to our next segment. Basically, we'll
Sure.
speak about IT industry and the current right technology trends. What is right currently in terms of and the next 3 to 5 years. So we'll move on to next question. That is, the IT industry is changing extremely fast. Right? What technology trends do you believe will have the biggest impact over the next 3 to 5 years?
Okay. Uh, so right, there are things that coming in and there are things that trending. So to match the speed, I think everybody at some point need to upskill and reskill themselves. So that's something I would say and I would agree to it. So my 2 cents to it is that security is a big concern now. Like we talk about AI, we talk about a lot of new technologies, and there's a lot of flavors of the AI we are talking about. But somewhat we are missing the basic at that who is securing the AI. Like we know there are things that easily available. If some code we need, we can easily check there and doing in the process or in the process we sometimes I think overlook the security. We are so much into delivering on time. We are so much into uh, get the shortcuts or get the easiest way to do it, or maybe reducing the manual effort. But security is a big concern. So, answering to your question, I think cyber security was, is, and will always be a top-notch like technology or skill. There would be a variety of cybersecurity, like a lot of AI enhancement happened in the cybersecurity zone altogether. But as a whole, I would say if one pursue with cybersecurity, be it any time in their career. So that will always add some extra feather to your cap. And I would also say there are AI and other things coming in, but if you are good at something, best at something, so you need to upskill that. Like, let's suppose you are working on Windows Server administration or you are working as a network administration. So a lot of like enhancement came in, right? So if you continue upskilling what you are doing currently, I would not confuse anybody. Let's suppose somebody is already pursuing a career throughout a decade or more. So try upskilling that. That particular technology definitely has scope. So you need to upskill what came in new. Earlier we had Windows XP. From there we are currently with the latest version of the Windows and Linux or any sort of compute. So if you are strict at what you are good at, let's suppose you are a master of some legacy OS, but definitely you learned it, right? Now you need to be accustomed with the current or the latest operating systems and the latest technologies. So keep upskilling yourself with any technology you are in. So that will take you miles in your career. So and cybersecurity is definitely one that will always be relevant in any kind of IT journey. So yes.
Okay. So good to hear about, right, your deep knowledge related to technology. Okay. So moving on to the AI part, as you said, right? So now AI is everywhere today, right? Do you see AI
Yes.
as a threat to IT professional or as an opportunity?
I think I had this question like 3 4 months back, but I see it like this way. So AI will help you. AI is a company. If you use AI, it will just help you. But if you talk about a whole job replacement, I do not see that risk yet. Maybe some sort of career profile it might be. I'm not naming them, but as a whole in IT, it might lead to some reduction or like manual effort would be lesser. But then again, it would be a follow up to my previous question, like what I said, like uh, don't take it as a threat. Just take it something that will help you booming in your upskill journey or booming in your career journey. So, right, I'm just giving an example. So, I used to prepare a report to send a lot of customers for some big activity. Okay, and I had to ensure that I do take all the details because it's going to the director or the vice president, and I have to do a lot play with the data. So I used to put around an hour or more than that to prepare the data correctly, and I ensure everything is updated and I'm sending to the right details to the executives. So I generally use Gemini. So we have Google Workspace here. So I first time I used Gemini to make this like entire data for me. So I had to feed the details there, but and I had to use the right prompts because that's very important. So it's not just editing a photo, adding a cap or removing the background in the photo. That's not using AI. But the right prompt will help you to do the right things you are willing to do. So
Right.
in that way, my work was just 10 minutes now. So every month I just upload the right data I want and I get whatever I am willing to send to the end users. So that somehow helped me. And I can give you as an example with this scenario that I did not take it as threat. I rather used it to reduce my work and then I can focus on some upskilling or cross domain skilling, right? So AI is not definitely not a threat. AI is just a friend helping you out. Just uh, treat well. So
Right.
AI will help you as well.
So if we want to name few of the, right, you right, you have told about Gemini, right? So there are other right AI that are available for different practices or different things which we want to do. Can you name few of them? Because I'm aware about few of that is Gemini is there, Cloud AI is there, right? Chat GPT is there. Can you name few of them and which is the best for which particularly usage? Can you name few of them?
Okay, right. Uh, so I think I'm not still skilled enough to speak a lot about AI. I think nobody of us, like if somebody says they are really working with AI. I said initially that I'm taking some sort of help with AI.
Okay.
So far, what helped me, I said Gemini. So there are some scripting that I did a good amount of help from Claude Anthropic, and then we have ChatGPT. ChatGPT have different models. Like if somebody is using a pro version of any of the AI tool, so you have a large scope. So you can use it like I don't know whether I should name them, but stock markets are hugely influenced by some of the AI tools. So you no longer need to just keep an eye on the stock, buy and sell. You can easily put some automation there using AI, and somehow it will help you to do the market analysis well, buying, selling stocks well. Equally, you need to know which AI model will help you to do what. So, let's suppose you need to do a lot of scripting or writing things. So, there are certain models available in the cloud, so that will help you to build those things. Again, there are some, I think Gemini has a huge data capacity because it's Google's platform. So it has many, I think it trained the data model well. So I'm very dependent with it so far. So Gemini is definitely a top-notch AI tool for me. There are Cloud, there are ChatGPT. There are many like other AI tools as well. Like there was one Perplexity and all, so people did use that well. So you need to know what you are looking for. You need to know the right prompt. So all AIs are helpful. Just know what you are looking for. As I said, like editing and stuff are not using AI. So you need to know what actually you are looking for, and uh, Indians are doing well in using AI, I believe. Like we are making videos, but we are also using AI in our day-to-day life. I was just like came across a video people did using an AI in the medical field, and that was great. Like not only IT. If I go beyond IT, a lot of
Right.
organizations, non-IT organizations and non-IT fraternity, they are using AI in day-to-day life, and that's definitely helping them up.
Right. I also came across a video particularly that related to AI, the what kind of usage that is being right done by our youngsters basically, right?
Right,
So that is the
right.
point where Raghav Joel was explaining about the usage of AI, right? How we are
Yeah,
using it
that
and
was
how other
kind of a
countries
very
are using it.
light-hearted moment for
Mm.
like Raghav, and I think that was a reality check for us that not making only the videos, but we should go above and beyond
Correct.
using AI.
Yeah, good to hear about this. So there are other, right, as you have explained about cloud AI and other tools also which are there. So now Gemini is particularly little bit in boom because of, right, we had SRK to
Because
promote
of the
Gemini
data
particularly,
cleaning it
right?
is doing, and yeah, right.
Yeah, SRK has started promoting Gemini, right, recently. So that has given a particular boost to Gemini. Most of the people are already using it, but after this, that right, SRK has come into picture that it has given a boost particularly. So let us move to our next question. So with
Sure.
cloud automation and cybersecurity and AI evolving together, what skills should today's IT professional focus on?
Okay. This is again a very common question. I do come across. all now and then. Uh, First of all, if somebody is ready to take IT, then only I will suggest. I will also suggest now the mindset has changed. Abdul, we are talking about IT for this podcast, but I would like to mention that apart from IT, there are a vast availability of the career options, and I
Right.
think people should pursue them as well. IT is definitely I am from, and I would suggest somebody, and I have the probably some sort of skill set to guide somebody. But there are many, and like as Western countries, people are driven into a lot of other career options. But unfortunately, Indians were from the childhood stick to either an engineer or doctor, right? So that's kind of mentality we all had. So if somebody is determined to pursue IT as as a career, so what I would suggest, so take machine learning or artificial intelligence in any of your subjects. If you are doing a graduation, if you are doing a post graduation, you could not get a chance in the graduation, probably you are looking for post graduation. So make sure you have AI ML in your subject, and you are having or you are doing kind of good good amount of assessments. Those are very needed because like if you just read and do not have much assessments done, so that might not help you in the internship or in the interview. Like being a panelist, what I look for generally, how people handle the reality ground, right? Because theoretically,
Right.
we all know that's not because I have learned Laplace, I have learned a lot of mathematical equation, and trust me, that never helped me in any of my career so far. So study has to be realistic first. So take AIML or cybersecurity, such things as your subject, and make sure you are utilizing the learning, whatever the content available, you go beyond that because sometimes books are not sufficient. And you guys, mostly the Gen Zs, are doing great. They are not like millennials. They do research a lot. So I come across a lot of students and juniors. So they have the doubts, they question, they don't feel ashamed of raising hands and asking a stupid question.
Correct.
Though they think people may think them stupid and all, and we all have seen what Gen Z did in the like just few days back. So be curious what you are doing. Just have the hunger for learning and the technologies I just named. So do that. I will give you an example, Abdul. So one of my juniors did masters from one of the very famous Indian university. So in his last semester, he had to do some individual assessment, and I remember he did use of the machine learning so well, identifying images and then making the images correctly. So it can be used by Adobe or any sort of tier one Photoshop companies. Like AI was very much into it. Maybe it was very basic or just the baby steps he did, but I was impressed. I was his mentor. The faculties from that college they did join. They were impressed. So he was he was just a student there, and he did use all his or he did brainstorming.
Yeah.
He used it, and everybody was impressed. So just like that. So be curious what you are doing. Make sure you are doing something in real ground, not just you're studying and making good scores. That's may not be sufficient.
Right. So is having certifications still important, or are practical skills and experience becoming more valuable?
See, it's same as having scores, right? So if you do not score well, you might not come in the right now. The companies are having all the search engines set as like some sort of query. Like somebody is looking for a Nutanix admin, the HR has some parameters that they are looking for, and certificate is definitely one. So let's suppose you have very good knowledge and you lack certificate. So in the first like shortlist section, you might not get shortlisted, and then later, you know a lot of real things. You have good hands-on experience. You could do troubleshooting much well than somebody having a lot of certificates. But what you lack in the shortlisting. So certificate is important, but is certificate is sufficient? I would say no. With certificate, you should definitely learn what you are doing. And learning, I would say a lot of learning we gather from our day-to-day troubleshooting or day-to-day scenarios we come across. So yes, with certificate, you should also have enough skill so that you can answer any sort of questions.
Okay. So let us move to our next segment. Basically, it is related to AI and the future of IT jobs. Okay. So first of all,
Okay.
many young IT professionals are worried about, right, AI taking away their jobs. So what would you tell them related to this?
Uh, what I would say that don't be scared that somebody is taking, somebody is a threat. Do not again think about it. So if you are determined about getting a good job in IT or selecting in some tier one, getting selected in some tier one companies. So uh, I think what you need to do is that you be prepare yourself that you can face any sort of situation. Scenario based questions you can answer, technical or theoretical questions you can answer. So good thing about clearing an interview, or one of the key thing of clearing an interview, is all about how you are presenting yourself. So I'm putting AI, I'm putting cloud, I'm putting all this later, but first be confident what you are answering. I have seen, like, in my 12 years or 12 plus of years of career, I have seen people do know a lot of things, but at that moment they cannot answer. So even I had that one. So you need to like come up with that enough awareness, and you need to answer because probably you know everything. It's just that you cannot answer it at the moment. So have patience. What somebody is asking, listen to that. Do answer accordingly. And if you do not know something, nobody is killing you there, right? Just tell the right way that you are not knowing it. Probably you can say, I'm afraid that I may not know it right now. I can go through that topic once again and I can answer better in next. Or say something that you know, but not fully. So try your luck there that I know this much. Probably I think this would be the answer or something. So that kind of a way you should clear an interview. Now coming to the skills, so definitely the skills we have talked in last 20 plus minutes, that AI and everything, that's important. So I do not need to tell more in this because these Gen Zs are way smarter than I am you, to be honest. So I do not need to say something specifically to them. Just be true to yourself. If you do not know something, that's also fine. If you know something, try your best to answer. Another important thing, if you do not get selected, that's also fine. So it's none of us got selected in all our interviews we have appeared, right? So
Right, right,
rejection is fine, and learn how to handle rejections. So that's a key learning, will take you in a long way in your career.
right. So every particularly interview gives her new learnings, right?
Right.
Okay, so let us move to our next question. Basically, do you think AI will eventually replace traditional IT support and service desk roles? Because we see many right companies are right adapting, particularly this technology where we have voice bots and right instead of right customer support people which used to be available earlier.
I think Abdul, that's a question I would like to dodge, but since it's a podcast, I would dodge it now. So I will answer to it. So not to demotivate anybody, but definitely there are certain things that will always get replaced. So how many of us using a keypad phone so far? None.
Right.
How many of us are watching a black and white TV or a colorful TV, not an Android or a full smart TV? Things got replaced with the latest technology. With the same
Right.
way, market is just a business. So if somebody is investing, they will only look for my profit. So what makes you do the profit? Manpower is one of the profit. Like revenue is one of the profit, right? So I
Right.
would check as a if I'm an investor, I would check how would either of this I can make more money, be it a manpower reduction or be it a production increase. So with the same way, some roles will definitely might get like manpower reduction part. So one of is that service desk. So we no longer talk on call on any kind of a service, be it uh, mobile companies or be it any service desk is pretty much at the last level it became. So it's all replaced by the IVR options or probably the chat options. So you just chat, there are some preset queries are there, or you press some IVR, there are some preset conversation being said there. So you get your solution, and probably they have like companies reduced a lot of manual or FT there. So that's kind of a gaining for the company. Similarly, there are or there used to be a role called content writer, right? So nothing wrong, but I think right now the availability of the AI tools in market, content writers to some ground level or to some L1, L2 level are not very relevant. So they either upskill themselves or those roles got replaced by these tools. So there are many. I speak from my experience and knowledge, but there are definitely many roles got replaced, getting replaced, and may get replaced in near future. We just got a news this morning about Oracle layoff, right? So there are many things happening like that way. But then again, I would like to focus in the brightest side that jobs are getting created. Prompt engineer was not a skill set or was not a category. It did exist in like previous 5 years. So right now it's one of the highest paid job. So things are changing, but things are changing for not
Right.
bad, but somewhat good only. Just just change the way you look at it. So that's all the answer is.
Okay. So, will the future IT professional need to be more technology expert or business expert or both? Because in current scenario, right, many companies are going together. If we right look for a CTO kind of role, right? Earlier it was a pure technical role, right? Now, right, it is linked with business. So basically, if we right grow and looking for an to become a CTO or a IT leader, then he must have the knowledge of right both technical as well as business, because he need to understand the business as well and how it function. Until unless he have that details it right, and he will not be able to match the vision of the CEO or the MD of a company. So what is your thoughts on this?
Right. Uh, so it's the same question we had 10 years back that a person will be technical or operational or techno-functional. So I do see no changes in this question either. So I think people are more into full stack now. So even if somebody is in a technical driven profile, nobody looks for a particular skill anymore. People look for something extra. They may not pay you extra, but they will look for something extra what you have and what you can offer. So definitely you need to be, I would not say like master of all technologies, but you need to know maybe the basic of the things, right? So if you say you are just into the managerial role, you do not know nothing about technical, so that's bad for you. First, you are in a rest zone. Second, you would never be able to communicate with your team or the ones working under you. So if they connect on technical wordings or something, uh, the challenge, you might not be able to highlight those challenges to the customer. You may promise something, and the team who is working under you, they might not deliver it well because you promised something you did not discuss with the team, or you had no idea how long or how feasible or how critical is that
Right.
to deliver. So miscommunication may happen, and that's not good. So any person should have the basic knowledge about the customers or the infra you're supporting. That's a key. Now coming to CTO and such level, I don't think that companies are looking for a CTO uh, having everything and then like in a very small featuring career. But definitely, if you can offer more, you would be an attractive candidate. If you know technical, if you know functional, if you know sales, if you know pre-sales, definitely you are a catch, right? You are a package. So as you know more, you would get offer more, you would have more exposure, you would learn more. So definitely in a positive way it will help. But then again, I would say just learn everything. No, learn things that's relevant to you, but just have the knowledge of what is happening around. That's very important. So, as a senior manager, if you do not know like what is AI and what is cloud is offering to the organizations now, so that's I think somewhat you are lagging behind. So, those sort of discussions, those sort of interests you should pursue, and that will help you as well as the organization.
Okay. Good. So let us move to our next segment. Basically, it is about IT leadership and service management. Okay. So from your experience, right, what separates a good IT professional from a great IT professional?
Good IT professional and a great IT professional.
Right.
Okay, I don't know if those superlative words actually mean anything, but I would say a good manager or good professional and not so good professional is that understanding who are you supporting. That's very key. So you should understand the customers or the service whoever you're supporting. You should have a clear communication. Uh, you are committing what you are promising. That's very important. You are not just bluffing around. So you know
Right.
what you are promising and you are capable committing the same thing within the SLA that is one of the key terms. So that's very important. Second is uh, people management, I believe, are very one of the very toughest jobs. You get to deal with lot of lot of emotions, and you need to balance. So I think I'm still not capable enough to do that. But if you have a team under you, make sure you do understand them. Make sure you help them balancing professional and personal life. As a manager, that duty comes upon you. Make sure your resources are not overutilized so that someday you'd see a good amount of attrition rate. And make sure you are more of a mentor and not just a manager. So why I say that? Because in my career I got many mentors. They help to shape my career what I am today, and I'm always grateful to them. So if I would have only got the manager so far, I would have just a machine and could not be uh, could not be more experimental, could not be more imaginative. Like I could not have been shaped the career the way I did now. So I'm grateful to them. So I would just say try to be a mentor. That's very important.
Okay. So basically, it is about good manager or bad manager, right? And it will be right helping a lot to the right young generation or the new technician, right? To get the knowledge or to get the right momentum in terms of in their career, particularly.
Right, right. So as I said, that you need to understand what your team is doing. You need to understand the challenges and what you need to do that you need to safeguard your team. If something they are doing good, if you're taking the credit, if something they are doing bad, you should also own that. You are not just
Right,
taking the credit, you should also own the responsibilities. If something your team is damaging, if something your team probably doing a mistake or something, you should not do not just blame individuals. You are the manager, you are a mentor. You should own the responsibility and you should safeguard them that the outsider should not hurt them.
okay. So sometimes, right, technology teams often face pressure from users, from management, and from the business. So how should an IT professional handle the pressure?
Uh, I think that's pretty much an individual skill. A lot of people can work under pressure, a lot of people cannot. And if you are signing up for any corporate job, pressure will follow. So you won't you should not expect that the pressure won't be there. The pressure will always be there. I would rather suggest how should you handle the pressure. So you should distribute the work based on the priorities. Uh, like if you know what to prioritize before what, so you can easily bifurcate and then you can deliver. So that's important. And as a manager, if somebody is manager and answering this question, I would expect a manager to know what his team capable of. Somebody is master of something, somebody is not, but that other is better in something else. So utilize your resource well. Know what is their key. Also, in in off hours or when the pressure is not that huge, let's suppose the client holidays or something, arrange the training session, arrange upskilling, cross skilling. So I would just answer to your previous question with the same line. A manager also should know that how to read out individual dependencies. Somebody is not coming today, or somebody is leaving the organization. You should be ready that you can run the show. So, how would you do that? You should upskill, train your people well so that they are confident enough supporting anything and everything. So that's important.
Right. So basically, it is right in our language we call as an backup management, right? If we call as an upskilling of
Right.
right and individuals, it is
Cross skilling.
basically we
Right.
call it as an backup management. So that whatever the roles right individual is performing, you need to have that so that anybody right goes after the notice period or leave abruptly, so that there must be no inconvenience for the client or the customer. Yeah.
Right.
So, moving on to our next question. So, in your opinion, how important are frameworks, right? Frameworks such as ITIL, ITSM, and service management in today's technology environment? It is still relevant to have the basic ITIL certification or Prince certification.
Yeah, it is very, very relevant because if we are in the information technology service management genre. Okay, so you need to know how ITIL works. Maybe you need not uh, brush up everything there, but there are certain key points that you need to know. You need to know how to prioritize an incident. You need to know how to categorize whether it's an incident or whether it's a service request, how to call for a change, what sort of changes are in place. So these are how the service works, right? So it has all categories in place. So everything is not like uh, change, or everything is not incident. So you need to know what to raise for what. You also need to uh, be familiar with the terms that customer or uh, the SOW have, like SLA, how we do distribute the SLA, what is response, what is resolution SLA, how do you categorize the type of incident, the type of change, what is the major incident, what is qualified for major incident and what is not qualified for major incident. So ITIL is very relevant, maybe not theoretically, but you need to have a the knowledge of ITIL for sure to run the show.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what advice would you like to give to the IT managers who want to move from an operational role into leadership role?
I think that's above my pay grade question of the like I cannot advise to a manager because I'm still not a manager. But what I can suggest, if somebody is pursuing the leadership role, I would suggest that manager that leadership role is a very big expectation first. So maybe it's not technical or managerial anymore. Maybe it's an expectation an organization has from you, and you should be uh, capable enough to deliver that. So you'd have a huge people management role, and you may not be able to connect with each and individual that you could have done when you are a manager. But then again, your people run your show. You are just an executive, but you have people working under you. So my suggestion to somebody who is pursuing a leadership role, please be well connected with your roots, understand the team's pain, understand the team's strength, so that you and the team both can deliver as uh, organization's expectations.
Okay, good. So, moving on to our next segment. So, what piece of advice, right, we will be, providing to the young IT professionals? So, for this, I have certain questions related to this. So, if someone is starting their career, right, in 2026, which three skills would you recommend they develop first before they, right, move into IT?
Okay. Uh, I do not know if they are qualified for skills, but I think they are life learning. So one is very important, that have a very good spoken or verbal communication. So if you have a good communication, you would be confident and you can answer even if you do not know something. First. Second, be be clear what you want. Do not be confused. Let's suppose you are not an IT fellow, and due to peer pressure and your family's expectations or society's expectations, you are just doing that. So trust me, brothers and sisters, so that will not take you for a long run. So if you do not love what you are going to do or what you are doing, so that's something you are doing a compromise. So I won't suggest anybody. So make sure what you are looking for, and please do pursue that. And the third, I believe, that's not because of an IT professional, be it any profession, be truthful to yourself. So you cannot live a life that you are not. So what you know, good, what you don't know, good, but have that mentality that you are open to learn, you are open to expose. So if you have that kind of a broader mindset, I think for any profession or in any life, you need to, like, you can go for a good career or as a good human being. So most of the times, even that happened with me also. So we generally do not listen. What we do, somebody is speaking and we are just thinking back in the mind what to answer. We are not even listening what he's speaking. So
Right.
make sure you do observe, you do. give attention to this petty things. These are important, and you are open for learning. You are open for upskilling. You are open for doing the best things that your version can do. So that's three things. Like these are not technical. These are not very what I would say. Uh, uh, like it will help you. It is not related to a field that you would pursue, but it is related to life. So if you do that, that's definitely help you shape your career.
Okay. So, if you'd go back to the beginning of your career, what would you do
Yeah,
differently?
I I have never thought about this the way you asked. I think what I have done so far, I'm pretty much what I would have hoped for doing. So I started a journey that was very like from the ground, like desktop and all, and then what doing today. Like it's a kind of a very I would say upskilling graph that I did. So I do not have such suggestion that I could have done something differently. I'm grateful what I have done so far, and that's it. Maybe some cases I would have said that uh, I could have been there. Maybe some confusion did happen. Choose what to like. Some confusion did happen in when we all were young, so we could not think through it. That's the only expectation I would have. The the vision or the clear vision I have right now, if I would have that by then, it would have been much easier to pursue what I did shape for me. But I think that comes with experience, that comes with knowledge, and that does not happen overnight. So probably I could not have changed anything differently, just that would have hoped for. But I'm pretty much fine what I have gone through. So yeah.
Okay. So, should freshers, right, focus on one technology or build knowledge across multiple technologies?
I think I answered this in few questions, I guess. So companies are looking for full stack now. So if you say or when you say all technologies, definitely not all technologies, but the technologies which are related. Like now, if somebody is doing operating system, there are multiple operating systems and you cannot pursue all operating systems, but the one, let's suppose the server operating system we mostly know is generally either an red hat machines or an windows operating system. So if you know the windows operating system and you have the knowledge of shell scripting, you have the knowledge of PowerShell, and you have the knowledge of Linux as well, so that's kind of a good package. Equally, if you are doing a cyber security role, you have a knowledge of SOC auditing, you have a knowledge of ethical hacking, you have a knowledge of threat detection, you have a knowledge of penetration testing. So those things go hand in hand. So that will help you. So answering again, you don't need to know everything. Just make sure that what you are knowing are sufficient, but you are knowing the things correctly.
Right. So, whatever the skills you want to learn, right, you become the expert of that particular skill so that you get good and more exposure related to that in your jobs or in your right,
Correct.
whatever the career, whether it is business, whether it is related to your job. Okay. So,
Sure.
moving on to our next segment, that is a small rapid fire kind of round. Okay. So, let us start that. So cloud or on-prem, what you prefer?
Can you repeat that?
Cloud, cloud or on-prem servers, what you prefer?
I would prefer cloud. It's easy to manage.
but it is dependent, right? If a small company is there related to cost, it is easy to manage. But on-prem servers are right comparatively cost effective, right? When you compare to cloud,
I would not agree to that. I think cloud has more scalability. So cloud have more option to cost saving. Let's suppose you are not utilizing certain
correct?
set of machines. You cannot make them far off, and then
Right,
those
we can
machines
do
will
that.
not be built. Right?
So we cannot
Yeah.
we can
Those
cut
sort of
down or particularly
scalability
doing
or
that.
the right, those sort of like scalability or kind of a service we do have in cloud. So in my current organization also we are doing a lot of savings using Google Cloud Platform. So
Okay,
I would choose cloud.
okay. So AI or automation,
I think automation and AI goes together. So AI helps in automation. So both.
yeah, it helps, but automations, right? We have different parameters apart from AI, right? We have other parameters, but it is
Yeah,
related
but
more or less. It is related. Uh,
it is related. An AI might help improving the automation. I would say in that
right.
way.
So we have different, right? As we spoke about service desk and a replacement of that. So many tools, right? That has
Yeah,
we came
like
across
we
related
know,
to that.
we did some automation in service desk, right? So what we did, we brought NLP in the like feature, like
Right,
that's how the bot came in. So that's definitely an enhancement of the AI.
right. Okay. So technical skills or soft skills,
Definitely both. Like just having technical skills not sufficient to clear anything. Just having the soft skill will not take you long. So both. And I and you know this better than anybody, I guess.
right, right.
Yeah,
So certification or experience, what matter most?
experience. If you ask me to compare, I would say both are important, but experience do matter. Like I have seen people having handful certifications and could not answer. So experience do matter.
So in current scenario, right, Gen Z are right looking for work from office or remote work. So that particular that is going on and it is right debatable. So what would you prefer?
If any of my colleagues do watch it later, I am working from home. So I could not do lecture on this thing. So I would just say that both have their pros and cons. So hybrid is a doable option probably, but then again, I would not suggest somebody else like what they should pursue because I am comfortable with something else. Somebody may not. So hybrid probably and win-win for both.
So I will answer on your behalf. Basically, until unless right you are productive enough, then it doesn't matter whether right you're working from home or you're working from office. That doesn't matter.
Right, right, right. But sometimes what happens, I will tell you. Uh, there are certain jobs or there are some emergencies. People to look for flexible working or working from home, but some restrictions are in place that people may not able to take those sort of exceptions. So I think organizations should give options for flexibility. As you said well, that all that matter is the productivity. If that is meeting, I think you should be okay having anything, be it hybrid, be it WFO, be it WFH, anything.
Right. So one technology every IT professional should learn.
Soft skills.
Okay. So one IT trend that is overhyped.
I don't think anything is overhyped so far. Uh, I think people are just making a hype of AI so far. A lot of people did. It's generally trending. It does have a lot to offer.
Right.
But then again, a lot of people just doing a hype there. So I would say AI.
So So every individual has got projects related to their role, whatever it is, whether it is related to their respective industry, whether it is plant, anything. So they have also given this particular projects that you need to work on this AI and what kind of automation you can bring in. So that is the problem because in the newer generation, right? They particularly knows and they read in and out about technology, but the older generation they are little bit into right doing their jobs and in the last means career of the last means 10 years or 5 years of time where they are the leaders, but their CEO or the MD right recommend them to use the AI, then that is the where they face difficulties particularly.
Yeah, I would interrupt you there, Abdul. So, people think it's smart adding AI in all your words or all your speech you are giving. So it will make you smart or it will you look smart. But that's irrelevant. Speak only if that matters. Otherwise, it's unnecessary.
Right. So one person who inspired in your career.
No, I will go for that. Like there are many rather. So I don't wanna uh, upset others by taking one name. But as I said in one of my answers that I was blessed enough to have good mentors in my career so far. So I'm grateful to them. So there are a couple of handful, but I won't take an individual name.
Okay. So one piece of career advice in one sentence.
You asked me career advice, not related to IT, right? So
Right.
I would just suggest follow your dreams. Does not matter whatever it is. Just if you have dreamed it once, make sure you follow it. Because many of us in our 90s wanted to be something else and could not because we had a very uh, mainstream career options, either a doctor or an engineer or something else. But uh, right now options are available, and I believe the parents are very uh, they are open for discussions and they are doing it. So they will help uh, their children to follow the dreams, and that's very important. You cannot sustain enough into something that you are not meant for, that you are not willing to do. So that's very important.
Okay. So let us move to our closing question. Okay. So Shomik,
Okay.
if you could give one message to every young person watching this podcast who wants to build a successful career in IT, what would it be?
I don't know if I should give this, but I would just say that it's not related to IT, it's just related to any individual that be honest, be truthful, and be integral enough. So those are very key skills any individual should have, and this will help you shape a good human being. That's important. A role, a profession does not define you, but the empathy you do have for individuals, the kindness you have for your colleagues, your teams, the bonding you do share, we often do not talk about these things, right? But these are the things that people do remember. Nobody will remember you what you have done in the presentations and what I and you spoke in this podcast, right? But people will
Right.
remember a good human being.
Rightly said. Okay. Thank you, Shomik, for sharing your experience, insights, and right perspective on the future of technology. I'm sure this conversation will be a valuable for IT professionals, technology leaders, right, and everyone planning to build a career in IT. Thank you, Shomik. Thanks for
Thank
your
you
time.
so much, Abdul, for hosting me. And as I said earlier, that I don't know if I'm in a right stage right now to lecture on others, but I just shared as a friend, as as a former colleague of Abdul, and I think if you think it's useful, just listen. Otherwise, you have lot of people on the wave to follow. Just make sure you're doing the right thing. That's it. And wish you all very best.
Thank you, Shomik. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for the audience who has watched this podcast, and definitely you got a great insight. So we have right multiple peoples, right? From I think your my friends or my colleagues or your colleagues that they have watched this podcast. So thank you each and everyone, right? So whatever the words that you have written in terms of right praising Shomik on right his insights. Thank you everyone.
Okay. Bye.
Bye bye.
Take
Thank
care.
you.